Welcome to the Art of Conversation. It's your girl Alicia C. And we out here recording live. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Good morning. I hope you're feeling well this Wednesday. We got a short week, right? I hope you guys had a good Memorial weekend. Stay safe and productive. The word for today's episode is love. What? Love. Yeah. Some people are bittersweet about love, right? Some people are like, yes, love, love. And some are like, it sucks, it hurts, it bites, I don't want it. But human beings, you want it. Just past experiences cloud your judgment at this time. So you got to heal that part of yourself that doesn't want to receive love, give love, you know what I'm saying? Understand what love is, all that good stuff. They say pain is universal, but so is love. Oh, bars. What constitutes love? How do you know someone loves you? How do you know that you're in love? How do you know that you love yourself? What? I can ask so many questions. Lord have mercy. In my opinion, the word tends to get watered down, right? Like many other words, actions speak louder than words. A person can tell you that they love you, but they really hate you. Have you guys ever experienced another person like that? Whether in your family, you've dated your spouse, an ex, or ex-friend, like, have you come across someone who uttered those words to you, but their actions show otherwise? Like, how could you possibly say this is love? Like, then you got to go back to, well, how do you define love? Because everybody has a different way of defining it. And the only reason that is because of, well, who taught you what love is? Who showed it to you? Did you read about it? Did you have to learn from experience? Is this how your parents showed each other love, showed you love, showed others love? Is this how your spouse X, Y, and Z? Everything is about self-reflection. You can't love another person unless you love yourself. How you loving a whole nother person, son? How you loving a whole nother person and you don't care much about yourself, though? What? How do you know how to love someone if you don't know how to love yourself? Oh. So we have to think about emotional ambivalence, right? So these two emotions, love and hate, they don't substitute each other, but they coexist without displacing one another. Sometimes it's short lived because love, well, is expected and tends to trump hate, just like good always prevails over evil. But I guess it's more common than people think. Have you ever love and hate someone at the same time? And I know, like, it's funny to explain something like that because it's like, oh nah, bitch, you just confused. You can't love and hate me at the same time. But it's like you got to break down what that actually means. Like, it could be a spouse, a family member, a person. It could be anyone, and it's like you can love the person, and that's where the concept of loving from a distance comes from. What it basically comes from, because it's like, okay, I could love you, I could have love for you, love you dearly, but you're no good for me, right? You're not a good person. You know change. You don't want to change. You know good. And despite the love I have for you, you're showing me that you despise me. So, hmm, that part of me is gonna hate you for it, right? So it's like you can love a person, but you can hate how they treat you. You can hate how what they've done to you. You can hate the way they speak to whatever that aspect is. It's like, okay, I can see why you would love and hate someone, but it's not that you hate them, you love them. It's just you hate what it is that they're doing to you that hurts you, makes you feel bad, screws you over, and whatever again aspect you choose fits. We hear a lot about men hating their wives and wives hating their husbands. Why are you married? Huh? Yeah, I get it. Easy said than done. But why y'all wasting time? Y'all wasting each other's time. How you in a whole relationship with someone and they can't stand your guts and they tell it to you to your face or they show it to you blatantly and you have not comprende yet? I understand. I get it. I know how people tend to fall into those situations. And it can be in any dynamic of a relationship. We can relate to that at some point in your life. But that's when you have to stop and be like, okay, first of all, if I gotta love myself first before I could love everyone, that means I gotta hold myself to certain standards. So, is what this person doing saying X, Y, and Z, X, Y, and Z cutting me down a notch, making me feel bad in any shape or form? So why would you put yourself in a situation like that if it don't make you feel good? If you say you love yourself. It's one of those things where it's just like easy said than done, right? There's a lot of people out there who love and hate you, and sometimes it's malicious because just like you can love someone and hate how they treat you, you can hate someone but love them. Some people hate that they're in love with certain people. I don't know what it is about you. I hate that I love you this much, or blah, 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 blah. There's people who say it. It's crazy, right? It happens. They substitute. You got to look at love and hate and how they balance each other out. They don't substitute each other. Now, with balance, that's how you're able to see them function in their best forms together, right? Nobody's perfect. You're not going to love everything about a person. And when you hear people say, oh, I just love everything about her, I love everything about him, it's everything, 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 everything. Cut it out. Let's be real. But it doesn't mean you hate the person. You may hate, I hate that you snore at night. Damn it. I hate that you spit when you talk. I hate that you eat the chicken and the bones. Does that mean you hate the person, right? You could say, I hate that chick. I hate him. I hate her. I can't stand her. But then you see something the person does and you admire or love the way they dance, the way they speak, the way they take care of people, the way that they make people have the ability to make people laugh. You like something about them. Now you may not tell them because you can't stand their guts for whatever reason, personal, whatever happened. You hate their guts, but you love something about them. There's people out there who hate R. Kelly, but they still playing, this is my song for real, no doubt. Huh? He's still getting that play and clicks, views. They doing TikTok challenges to his leg shaking song. Come on, man. See what I mean? Hate his guts. Hate him for what he did. He's a molester. He's a this. He's a that. But y'all still playing his songs. And some people, they've stopped supporting his music. But then you have some people, you hate who he is, but or some people who look at Bill Cosby, right? Oh, we hate him. He's a rapist. He drugs people, drugs women, and this and this and then they hate him. But a lot of people grew up watching The Cosby Show or A Different World or X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? Trump. He's been in the news lately. When he was before he even came into presidency, everyone said, "We hate him, hate him, hate him." Then, when the economy started, okay, I see you. What's this? All right. Now it's like, well, I wouldn't mind trying rather Trump than Biden. Trump for 24, but you hate him. But you hate him. Okay? So we got to be mindful of how we use these words and actually understand, is it you love the person or hate the person, or is the traits, the things that they do or how they treat you? You know what I'm saying? So that also will help you to realize and examine how you respond to those types of emotions. I think recognizing that you can love people from a distance and it's okay is okay. You have love for them. Have you ever come across such a person? Are you that person that people tend to love and hate? We can't always, sometimes we could, okay, have I come across this type of person, da 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 da, evaluate on that level. But then you also have to look at yourself and be like, wait, hold up. What if I'm that person that people be loving and hating? Don't be too self-critical. Then you have those that you don't know the person and you don't have a reason to hate them, but you hate them. Maybe there's something about them or their presence that irritates your demons. Again, that's a personal matter. That's something on you. You got people out there, I hate this person, say they hate kids, and it's just like, what on earth did that sweet child in their Pampers that needs to be changed do to you? Like, come on. How was that experience? How did you handle it? How did you address it if you did? Were you at fault? Questions to ask. We continue to speak on the knowing of life and it being a fight that is spiritual and not physical. Love tends to blind people. Love makes you give more chances than deserved. It's good to be aware of real and fake love. Some people, they act like they love you and show you love, but it's a camouflage. You got to use your discernment. It's so easy to go through that fantasy and what do they call it? Honeymoon stages and la 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 la, love, 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 love. That cutie high school, come on, y'all experience something. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't believe in love, you experience something, man, or some kind of infatuations. You know how it is. But don't lead with your heart sometimes because it'll get you hurt. If people know that that's something that you want or desire or you give so much of, they're going to use it against you. So you got to be mindful of those type of people. You hear about people sleeping with the enemy. You could be in love with this person or the potential and idea of them, or just being in a relationship altogether, but they're showing you who they are and that they don't feel the same about you. Do you keep pushing? Do you overcompensate? Do you keep doing more and more in hopes that it'll change? Again, it's a personal thing. Love yourself more. See, as much as it's great to be loved and it's great to be lovable, and you gotta love yourself. Can you do all of that for yourself before you're saying that you love another person or expect love? Some people out here trying to fill voids, right? They use other people to fill the love or attention, whatever it is that they're looking for. Um, yeah, and that's all they do. They just use it, drain it, but they don't actually grasp the purpose and meaning of it. They just know it feels good, makes them feel good, it's filling a void. Let me pour this cup. Let me take your pitcher and pour from it into my cup. Quench my thirst, I feel good. And that's it. They don't know how to reciprocate. They don't know the right and proper things to do with it. It's just, you just got to be mindful. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing when done correctly. But then we're going to question, well, what's the correct way? What does it mean to be loved? What does love mean? How do you show love? Everyone has different love languages. So, what are the dynamics of love? Psychology Today's Michael Stock tells us that dynamics is the study of the driving forces that describe a system and how it changes. So keeping this in mind, from the scientific point of view, the dynamics of love can be described as an exploration of the driving forces in a relationship. Desire, happiness, compatibility, attraction, obligations, etc. That describes a connection with another person and how it changes due to internal and external variables. Communication, family, other relationships, individual mental health, etc. There's different types of love in relationships, right? Relationships itself, platonic, romantic, work, business, professional. I put that in the same under the same umbrella. They're in the same category. What does love in those relationships look like? Educational, recreational, etc. Showing love on different levels. What does that look like to you? We do it without realizing it. But you got to have boundaries and you got to have discernment. Sometimes they say don't mix business with pleasure. In many cases, people tend to create courtships, friendships, romantic relationships at workplaces. You're spending a lot of your time in the office or at work or working with this person or working in this department with this person. You go to school, y'all take the same route, whatever it may be. And y'all have a conversation, y'all spark it up, okay? I know that it may be frowned upon, but then at the same time, you can't turn a switch on and off. Oh, I recognize I have emotions or love for this person, but I'm at work, so let me just flip the switch real quick, and I no longer feel anything or know anything. Now, you got to know how to have self-control in situations like that. People shouldn't be in your business anyway, but there's some people that can't separate the two. Or people who work together in a romantic relationship, they have the same schedule, this. It's just like, how do you navigate in situations like that? Is this even healthy? Are we seeing too much of each other? You know what I'm saying? But everybody has different takes on that. Educational relationships, equal give and take, respect. You feel comfortable going to your teacher, professor, asking about X, Y, and Z. Your professor or teacher wants to see you excel. So they're going to tell you about events, opportunities for you to grow. That's just, showing love in an educational relationship. You determine what that looks like. Recreational, basketball teams, cheerleading teams. You ever hear about some of the players got beef? You're sleeping with his girlfriend. She's sleeping with her man. And they beefing, but somehow they got to try and get through the routine. It's like, no, what does that look like? Boundaries. Why are y'all dating each other's exes or boo things? First of all, do y'all even need to meet their significant other? Just play the damn game. Just come as a team, work, and go about your business. Like, sometimes it's about strengthening those boundaries, which goes hand in hand with love and how you show love in your relationships. Types of love. We've got conditional and unconditional. What's the difference? Is there really a difference, right? So, Psych Central defines unconditional love as a selfless act of love is someone with full acceptance and without expecting anything in return. What does that look like? Your pets, animals love you unconditionally. God loves you unconditionally. There's some people who love you unconditionally, and you don't have to do a damn thing for them to love you. You're human, you may make mistakes, but they still love you. No judgment. I love you though. What is conditional love? It can be defined as love with conditions. What does that look like? Oh, we see that shit all the time. Oh, girl, he loved me. He be buying me. Yeah, nah, I love her. She my favorite one. I love her, you know what I'm saying? Because anytime a nigga down and out, yo, she be paying for my Ubers, da 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 da. I'd love you more if you would pay this bill. Yeah, girl, nah, I love him. He just a little weird looking, but I love him. Like he makes sure my bills are paid, my rent paid, girl. I don't even have to sleep with him. I just gotta show up. Like I love him. No, and y'all might be laughing, you know what I'm saying? But these things exist. Love with conditions. Some parents, some who haven't healed, when they have kids, they grow their kids up and make their kids think that they got to do everything and bend backwards for them in order for them to show them the bare minimum. Like, this comes with it. It's effortless. I got to do this in order to. And those are also abusive relationships, too. It's just like a man who keeps cheating on his wife, but she okays it and gives him the slide because every time he does it, it's something extravagant comes right behind it. He cheated. Here's a new Rolex. Baby, I love you. Like, I don't know what, you know what I'm saying? Girl, you love him? I love him. Girl, look at the new Rolex he just got me. He a cheater, but he got good taste, huh? Next time he cheats, now a baby's involved. He gets you a Mercedes Benz. Let's see what he gonna get me on his second child, right? At that point, you just like, you know what? I'ma just do me. And I'm gonna let you do you. Because every time you screw up, I get something even better. So yeah, hell yeah, I love him. Shit. I don't ever have to worry about paying for anything. Love with conditions. Oh, some people who find themselves in those situations may not laugh, but it's just like, it may not be that blatant sometimes. Sometimes it's very sneaky. So again, discernment comes into it. You could get your heart broken thinking that somebody loves you the way that you love them. You could get your heart broke. When is it time to show love, and when is it time to hold on to it, use it for yourself? So why is love so important? I mean, it's important because of what it is. It's love. Purest form, man. Love. It feels great. It's awesome. What it feels like. How encouraging it can be. Remember, love is a source of motivation and strength. It also creates a healthy environment and stronger connections. So why we not out here showing love? Why not? Love and its importance for children. The babies, their purest form. Love and affection are essential to a child's healthy brain development. We've had situations where a child grows up and they learn the patterns and the way their parents showed love to them or each other. In previous episodes, we've spoken about the subconscious mind and behavior, learned behavior, and how infancy to age 5 is when the brain of a child is a sponge. I mean, they're sponges, period, but really, like, you ever seen those sponges that you could pour a whole 2 liter of soda on the floor and just throw it in the puddle and it sucks everything up? That's them kids' brains, man. Suck everything up. And then as they continue to see, and they get older, it becomes them. That's why they say, teach a child so he can grow up or she can grow up the way you want them to grow up. Because it's like, to undo all of that penetrated your skull at such a young age. When you display love and affection, the things that children expect and are supposed to get, and is part of their child development, man, you know what you're going to do. And you continue to do that. Healthier children mean they're going to grow into healthy adults who make healthier choices. Come on now. Love for everyone, adults, elders, love and affection, period. We're human beings. It can be essential for human development, connection, reducing isolation in every stage of your life. I said earlier, animals and pets. Love for animals, man, they love us. We are not worthy, okay? And the fact that people be abusing animals, and like, you are scum. You're scum. I'll talk about no judgment, but nah, I'm gonna judge you. You're scum if you hurt people, anyone, babies, kids, but animals? What? If it's not self-defense matter and you just a bully and you hurting animals, there is something wrong, yo. Nah, that's not cool. Animals of all are the best teachers of unconditional love, non-judgment. They appreciate the attention. The list goes on. Having a pet is beneficial for your social and emotional growth. Animals and your mental health. This is the last day, in fact. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. The last day. It needs to be more than 1 month. It should be more than just 30 days, 31 days. This is an everyday thing, your mental health. What do animals do? They help you with loneliness, give you companionship, someone to talk to, sit with during the evenings, etc. But the most important out of all of them is yourself. 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 Self-love. Do you love yourself? How do you know it's healthy love or toxic? It's important because it motivates much of your positive behavior while reducing harmful behaviors. Love. It empowers you to take more risks, to say no to the things that don't work for you. Love for yourself, what you will and will not tolerate. Yourself. Love for yourself. What makes you feel good? What are the choices that serves your best interest? Who knows you more than you? Show yourself and others some love this week. Be safe, y'all. Stay prayed and peace out.